I'm Tim Tomasic. I'm one of the proud founders of Tomasic, Coat and Casserman. It's a firm that we're very proud to have built over the past decade. It was a great privilege for me to be contacted by a family of a lovely 17-year-old high school student who was very popular. She was a cheerleader. Beth was picked up by one of her best friends to go to cheerleading practice in the middle of the afternoon. They turned left on one of the roadways going through the village, and a speeding Range Rover collided in a high-impact collision, broadsiding this Jeep where Beth was the passenger, causing it to vault and roll over and slam into a utility pole. Sadly, within moments, her life was permanently changed. I knew early on that I was looking at a punitive damages case. What was important to me through the crash animation was to demonstrate that this township, this village, is a place where families move. It's a place filled with homes and children and strollers and swing sets. It's a place where nobody should be speeding in excess of 2.5 times the speed limit. And I needed an animation not only to demonstrate liability, but to also demonstrate that this was egregious and reckless disregard for human life, giving rise to punitive damages. I learned about DK Global through my colleagues and friends who would use them. I'd seen a number of their animations, and I reached out to DK Global earlier in the case. So through working with the team at DK Global, on top of the crash animation, we developed a very persuasive animation that demonstrated the depth and gravity of this traumatic brain injury, and specifically the diffuse axonal shearing that occurs on a microscopic level. The defendants wanted to mediate this case. We went forward with mediation, and of course, they were in receipt of both animations, our motion for punitive damages, all of the evidence in the case, as was the retired judge who did a wonderful job. And I'm very happy to report that after a day or so of mediation, that this case resolved for $5,850,000. Visuals are so important. The demonstrative animations we did in this case absolutely helped us resolve this case more quickly, which was important because we have a teenage client who's trying to get underway with her life. I was always a big proponent of visual aids. You know, many years ago, it would be illustrations and then very primitive animations. And over time, I've just become not just a believer, but a lawyer who's experienced great success when using visuals. It just gives me, as a lawyer and an advocate for my client, an upper hand, because people do think visually. It's just a fact of life. And they process visual information so much more quickly than verbal information. And animations, in my view, have changed the landscape of trial work today.